A river that once hummed with industry, where a shadow still glides through the reeds without a sound. I'm standing by the edge of the River Gipping, just outside Stowmarket, where the water is still and the reeds grow thick along the banks. It's hard to imagine now, but in the late 1700s and early 1800s, this wasn't just a scenic escape. It was a bustling, muddy industrial highway. This was the Gipping Navigation, a vital artery that allowed heavy horse-drawn barges to carry grain, coal and timber between the heart of Suffolk here and out to the sea via Ipswich. For generations, hundreds of men and horses lived their entire lives along this towpath, governed by the rhythmic opening of the locks and the constant heavy pull of the current. But as the 19th century wore on, the railways arrived, cutting through the valley with steam and iron. Barges slowly vanished and the locks fell into disrepair, and the river was eventually left to the silence of the countryside. However, local folklore suggests that the memory of that backbreaking industry hasn't entirely faded from these banks. There are persistent, chilling stories of the Phantom Barge, a silent, dark shape that appears on those specific misty mornings when the river fog sits so heavy you can't see the opposite bank. Witnesses describe a traditional, low-slung wooden vessel gliding effortlessly through the water. It moves against the natural flow of the water with no visible crew on deck and, most unsettlingly, without making a single ripple or sound in the water. I'm looking at this little channel now, trying to imagine the sight of a massive timber hull appearing out of the grey haze, moving with a purpose that belongs to another century. What makes this legend so haunting isn't just the sight of the boat, but the sounds that accompany it. People walking the old towpath along here have claimed that even though the barge itself is silent, the air around them fills with the faint, rhythmic jingle of a horse's harness and the heavy, wet thud of hooves on the mud, even when there's nothing there but the wind in the trees. I'm standing near one of the remains of the old brick locks, and you can almost feel the residual energy here. The men who worked these barges were a tough, proud breed. The journey never truly ended. They're still navigating a route that history tried to close. I find it fascinating that the ghost here isn't a person, but an entire way of life. The Phantom Barge is a manifestation of an era that was paved over by progress, leaving a spiritual vacuum where the towpaths used to be. This barge is a reminder that the river is a long memory of the sweat and toil that once defined these banks. So if ever you're walking along the Gipping Way in the early morning like I am here, keep your eyes fixed on the centre of the channel. If you see a shadow moving steadily against the stream and you hear that ghostly ring of a harness bell echoing off the water, don't look for a boatman to wave to. You're seeing a fragment of Suffolk's industrial heart. The Gipping might look quiet today, but beneath the surface, the old navigation is still open and the silent navigator is still on his way home. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, please leave a nice comment, and please subscribe to our channel for more content like it.